Good evening, everyone. Well, it's evening here in New York, and if you're in Japan, it is morning. So, ohayo gozaimasu, if that's where you are. Um, Last week was a really difficult sentence. This week, I'm going to do something that's quite simple and but very, very useful. Working with numbers can be tricky. We have 70, 17, 30, 13, 30th, 40th, all of those sort of details of numbers. So here we have the way numbers are typically displayed. When I sent you the sentence, I actually wrote them out, which is really confusing. So I realized for this part, for the second page, that we would just put the numbers here. So if you want to record this yourself, get out your iPhone and record. By the way, Kaz, you have something on your screen that's covering it up. It says search documents and file names for text. I don't know why that's there. That was there for Yuko the other day too, and she got rid of it.
Okay.
You don't see anything, but I see this strip right across your face.
Mm,
I don't think it's coming from Zoom, although it was there last week, except Yuko was able to get
really?
rid of it.
Okay.
So
Hmm.
I don't know. I don't know what it is. If you can't, oops, it's still there. Wait, he left. So how could this be?
Yeah, I just tried turning off my video.
Yeah, and it's still there. So it's something,
Probably it's not my setting, I guess.
right. So it's something, okay. Somehow I clicked on it and then moved it around and it's gone. Okay, so we're good. I don't know what it is. All right, so why don't you record it, everybody? Okay. Hiro-san, I don't know what you're doing. Looking around. I guess maybe you didn't get to record it. Um, all right. So let me move to the next page. So here we have it written out in text. So as usual, I like to just start with rhythm so we get the whole phrase of the sentence. There's only two phrases here. Remember the purple purple ovals are the stressed syllables and the little black ones are unstressed. So the rhythm frame keeps kind of a steady beat, but here you have 15:30. So generally, uh, if there's more than one stressed syllable in the word and you're tapping the rhythm frame, you can just do the stressed ones. So how do I get from 1530 70th Street? And remember that the rhythm frame is not an exact like a metronome. It's just a frame of rhythm that helps keep your momentum, helps keep you moving. How do I get from 1530 70th Street to 1513 26th Avenue? To 5013, right? So I'm only attaching the first one, 13, 26, each one gets one, 26th Avenue. So even though avenue has two fully pronounced vowels, avenue, there's still The main stress one is the first one, avenue. Okay, so let's put them together. Two phrases. How do I get from 1530 70th Street? Notice the melody. If it's not ending, it's staying up at 70th Street, not 70th Street. 70th Street to 5013 26th Avenue. Do it again. How do I get from 1530 70th Street to 1513 26th Avenue? Okay. Uh, what did I do here? Something strange. Okay, so let's talk about the details starting from the beginning. Okay, just go through the whole thing. How? Lovely big vowel. Remember, your lips go this way. How, not how. So you start before you open your mouth to go out this way, like a smile. How? How? And then you have a nice big round shape that ends up with the lips coming together. How? What ends up with that little W? How? Then you have how do I? Do I? Here we do use the W technique because do is followed by a vowel. Do I? So instead of breaking do I, do is one of the vowels that ends with the small W shape. The other ones would be, there are three of them, O, U, and ow. They all end with that. In the first case, how, it's followed by a consonant. So you're not having to deal with connecting vowels. Here you have how do I? Whoa, whoa, whoa. How do I? And it's very light. You're going fast. So the D becomes not how do I? How do I? You hear how light that is? A D tap, you could call it. Very light. How do I? So ooh, I, you connect through the little W shape. Get, then you have T stop. How do I get? How do I get from? How do I get from? Get T stop into from, but from is reduced to a schwa. So we don't even go from. It becomes out in natural speech, more like from. It's smaller than the full vowel from. How do I get from, right? Because it's all about the right proportion to create the right rhythmic frame. How do I get from 15? Okay, so 15, both are stressed, both are fully pronounced, is basically what I mean. The first one is stronger, 15. Now there's a little flexibility with the numbers 15. Like if it's a question, really? 15? 15, 15. But in this case, you wouldn't go 1530, you would go 1530. So the first one would be the stress. 15, make that hard N, remember? Na 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 15, not 15. 15, N, 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 hard N, katai N. 15, 30. So 30, T tap, 30. Very light T, not 30, 30, 30. How do I get from 1530? Connect it all. How do I get from 1530 70th Street? Now, look, see how many syllables there are there. 70th. Now, it is written 70 with a T, 70. But even 70th in the dictionary, it shows a T. But really, we don't say 70th. We say 70th. In fact, I want to look up and see what their so it doesn't, even though it's pronounced like a D, I mean, it's a T-tap basically. So it's not, I'm going to look up in the handy dandy dictionary.com. I want to see if they, in the IPA, whether they actually write, I think looked it up and they didn't. They make it, let me see, IPA. No, they go 70th, 70th. But honestly, in normal speech, we don't go 70th, we go 70, 70th. I would say 999 times out of 1,000, 70th, not 70th. So can you connect those 70th and the-th? You have E again. So actually you're kind of doing the little Y technique again, 70th. Because you got to go from the E and then you open to the th. We have to hear, not 70, 70, 70th. So you could put another Y connection technique there. 70th Street, street. So ideally, I want you to connect 70th Street. So of course, TH is unvoiced, S is unvoiced, 70th Street, but your breath can continue through those two sounds. 70th Street, street. And then we have a T stop. So the whole first line, how do I get from 1530 70th Street? And of course, I just ended down, but since this sentence is continuing, we're not going to go down. We're going to stay up and keep going. But the second half starts with two, and two is also unstressed, so that becomes schwa. So two becomes t because two takes too long. T. I like to dance. I want to sing. I hope to come later. We never say, I want to dance. I want to come because you'll lose the natural rhythmic flow. So it's reduced just like from, I think he's from, something came from the office. Something came from the office. From, right? So from is from, to is to. So now we have to 50. In this case, the G is hard, beginning of the syllable. 50, 50, 13, 13. So just like 15, fully pronounced, 13, hit the N at the end, 50, 13. 50, 13. No, 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 no. 26th, that's a little tricky. You have K, S, and TH. Six, six, right? X. There's no X in Hatsuon Kigo because X is made by K and S. Six, six. Then you have TH after that. Sixth, sixth, 26th Avenue. Now, avenue starts with a stressed vowel. So theoretically, you can break 26th Avenue. But I put the blue line under to encourage you. The same thing as 70th Street, 26th Avenue, to keep your voice, your breath flowing from 6th into 26th Avenue. Can you do that? 26th Avenue. Avenue, UE, you can see it's YU though it's pronounced avenue. It's schwa in the middle, first syllable's nice big aven, and then the schwa, which is very small, and then U, avenue. So the whole thing is, how do I get from 1530 70th Street to 5013 26th Avenue? How do I get from 1530 70th Street to 5013 26th Avenue? Okay. Any questions? Anything about any detail of this sentence? Vowels, consonants, rhythm, connection. Any questions? I have a question. Josh, why did you put the circle around O? There is no O in this sentence. That's my question. Josh, why did you put the O in there? And what's my answer? Oh, I guess I just missed it. Maybe O was in the sentence last week, and I use the same framework, but I change the sentence, I change the rhythm marks, I change the vowels, and I change the circles around. But somehow there's no O in there, right? Tell me, how do I get from 15 to 15, 13, 26? Ovenue? No, there's no Ovenue. Or 70th Stroke? No. How about 53rd Tone? No, that's not there either. I guess I made a mistake. Not a serious mistake, but I did not delete that. So, any other questions? I don't think I made any other mistakes.
I have a question. How
Okay.
how light do you say D on do? I
In
think
which one?
how do I
Yeah,
D
how do I? Well, the
yeah
lighter you go, the quicker you can go.
it
I
could
could
be
go, how do I get? It wouldn't be wrong, how do I? But
how,
how do I get? You hear how
how,
light that is? How do I get?
how do I get
Yeah. But make sure you got the O. How do I get?
how do I get
How? So you have to be able to make the
how
little D when your mouth is in the shape of, right? Not, how do I? How do I? Okay. All right. So if there are no questions, then I'll let you try it. And Hiro, you were here first, so why don't you try?
Okay. It looks easy sentence, but I think the pronunciation and accent is difficult to today.
Come on, this is easier than last week. I promise you.
The region, yeah,
Maybe
that's
this is
right.
definitely a lot easier than
Okay.
last week. All right.
Mhm. Okay.
頑張ってちょうだいね。
はい。How do I get from 50, 30, ごめんなさい. How do I get from 15, 30, 70th Street to 50, 13, 26th Avenue?
Not bad. 悪くないよ. What you
Oh,
missed mostly was 70th Street. Remember, you need the little
yeah,
you need the little Y in there. I should have put it. 70th. Say that.
70th,
70th.
70th,
Okay, that's pretty good. But again, the T, we usually don't say 70. We make it softer. 70. Make it like a D. 70.
70,
D の方。T じゃなくて。Da. Still slow. 70.
70,
D.
70,
70.
70,
Yeah, you're still a little hard, but if it's soft enough that you can move through it at the right tempo, that's okay. 70th.
70th.
Uh, say for me the word deep. Deep.
D,
Deep. Say for me
D,
deep.
deep,
Deep.
deep,
So D, right? D. Just say D. A, B,
D,
C, D.
D, A, B, C, D, D,
Yeah.
deep,
D. 70.
70,
Okay. It's all right if you can move fast enough. It's just you're saying a 70. It's a little harder than you need, but it's
Mm.
okay. 70th.
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 Yep, it's great. So as you move faster now, 70th Street.
70th Street.
Good. How do I get, what was the other thing? Uh, say the first line again for me.
How do I get from 1530 70th Street?
70th.
70th Street.
Yep, you got to get that. 70th. 70th.
70th.
Okay,
70th.
yep. Now say for me 30.
30.
30.
30.
Yeah, so the T is very light here for sure. 1530 and hard N, right? No, 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 no. 1530.
1530. 1530.
Good. 1530.
1530.
Very nice. 1530 70th Street.
1530 70th Street.
That
70th
70th.
Street. 70th Street.
Okay. How do I get from 1530 70th Street?
How do I get from 1530 70th Street?
Oshi, 70th.
70th
Think of
Street.
that Y between the 70th.
Yes, 70th Street.
Okay. And so pretty much all the pieces you have are pretty good. So you need to just get them smoother and faster. Now, kohan mo to fifth, read the second line.
To 5013 26th Avenue.
Not bad. 13. Same thing. You need the hard N again. 5013.
5013.
13.
5013. 13.
Yeah, hold the E for a while. Teen. And then make the N. Teen.
Teen.
Mm-mm. T. Just say T. T.
T.
Okay, then you have N, right? N. Hard N.
N. N.
So teen.
Teen.
But connected. Teen.
Teen.
13.
13.
13.
13.
Okay, I got.
13.
Yeah, because we want to hear 13. We want to hear the E separate from the N. 5013 26th Avenue.
5013 26th Avenue.
Pretty good. So again, you have your pieces are all very good, Hiro. It's just a matter of putting them together so you can flow through them. How do I get from 1530 70th Street to 5013 26th Avenue? Dozo.
How do I get from 1530 70th Street to 5013 26th Avenue? 忘れる。
Okay, so anyway, all the pieces I recommend that you watch, sorry, Sotowarusai, that you watch the video that I'm going to
Video
send, right? It'll be
again.
very easy because you'll even hear how good you did before wasureru mai ni. Wasureta you'll hear how good you did, and that you just want to practice them so you're comfortable and put them together smoothly. Okay? Good job.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome. Yukiko-san.
How do I get from 5013 70th Street to 1513 26th Avenue?
Okay. You said, how do I get from da 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 da? It's all part of the same phrase. How do I get from Baba? How do I get from 1530 70th Street? Goes up.
How do I get from 1530 70th Street to
That was
5013 26th Avenue.
Okay, I was just doing the first half because I want you also, how do I get? I want you to shape the how a little more. How do I get?
How do I get?
Yeah, nice and even. So we can hear, how do I get?
How do I get?
How do I get from 1530 70th Street?
How do I get from 1530 70th Street?
Good. But then when you did how do I, you didn't finish the how do I. You kind of went, how do I? You didn't go, you've got to go all the way, how do I? Got to go all the way to the W and open it up again. When you did it slow, it was fine. How do I?
How do I?
How do I?
How do I?
How do I get from 1530 70th Street?
How do I get from 1530 70th Street?
Nice. Suzukete.
First line.
Yep, next line.
To 5013 26th Avenue.
Do that again.
To 5013 26th Avenue.
To 5013 26th Avenue.
To 5013 26th Avenue.
Okay, so don't say 20. Even though it's very common, 21, 22, 23, you should be able to say 20, 21, 22, 23. Yeah, we're counting numbers. 23. Yuko Kibura-san is more than 23 minutes late. Nice to see you. Okay, so but get the T in there, okay? You could go 20,
20.
26th Avenue.
26th Avenue.
Okay, and keep flowing 26th Avenue, like your breath is going to flow through.
26th Avenue.
6th Avenue.
6th Avenue.
Now, I can't hear the TH. Sometimes that is Zoom. Zoom no se tamani. Tada,
6th
kyo wa Zoom janeyo na ki ga suru da de. 26th Avenue.
26th Avenue.
Are you making TH?
26th Avenue.
6th,
6th.
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 It's hard. So I can't check you 1000% because of Zoom. Okay, do the whole thing. But you sound great. Do the whole thing.
How do I get from 5013 70th Street to 5013 26th Avenue?
20, not 20.
26th Avenue.
26th Avenue.
26th Avenue.
Okay. I do not know. I can't tell. I cannot hear TH, but sometimes it's Zoom. So I can't 100% tell you that you're not saying TH, but it doesn't sound like you are. How do I get from 1530 70th Street to 5013 26th Avenue?
How do I get from 1530 70th Street to 5013 26th Avenue?
Very nice. Lovely. You have no problem with direction. Okay. Yuko-san, you want to try?
Hi. Okay. How do I get from 1530 70th Street to 5013 26th 6th Avenue?
Okay, you said 13. 13. You got
13.
you got to make a hard T there. 13.
13.
Okay, but let's go back to the first. Just do the first half.
Okay. How do I get from 1530 70th Street?
How do I get from 1530 70th Street?
How do I get from 1530 70th Street? 70th Street.
Yeah, 70th Street.
70th Street. 70th Street.
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 Okay. How do I get from 1530 70th Street?
How do I get from 1530 70th Street?
Yeah, don't make 15, don't make it's 15. Don't make it too short.
Ah,
15. Remember the rule, if the syllable ends with a voiced consonant, the vowel is longer. If it ends with a unvoiced consonant, it's shorter. So we don't say 15, 15.
Okay.
Fifth is actually shorter. Fifth ends with unvoiced, right? 15, 15, right?
15.
Yes. How do I get from 1530 70th Street?
How do I get from 1530
Okay.
70th Street?
Okay, careful, sa. Open up, sa. A couple times you were like 70, not
Okay.
like Niban. Yoman, sa, 70th Street.
70th Street. 70th Street.
Okay.
70th.
And then do the second line.
To 5013 26th Avenue.
Wait, do that again.
To 5013 26th Avenue. Avenue.
To 5013 26th Avenue.
To 5013 26th Avenue.
You did 13 again. The teen was too short. 13.
13.
You can all hear, right? If I go,
Mm.
13, 14, 15. You can hear teen is longer, right?
Yes.
16, 17, 18. So 5013.
To 5013
26th Avenue.
26th Avenue. Avenue.
Okay. Do the whole thing.
How do I get from 1530 70th Street to 5013 26th Avenue?
And 50, you don't have to rush. To 50, remember there's to 5013, because you're kind of to 5013. Just think about the pulse, the rhythm. How do
Okay.
I get from 1530 70th Street to 5013 26th Avenue?
How do I get from 1530 70th Street to 5013 26th Avenue?
Yeah.
Ooh.
There's a natural pace that we go, and it's not some words da 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 da, right? Nice
Okay.
there. Okay, that was very good.
Ooh.
You will not get lost. Kaz,
Yes. How do I get from 1530 70th Street to 5013 26th Avenue?
do that for me one more time, please.
How do I get from 1530 70th Street to 5013 26th Avenue?
Very nice. I don't really, not anything I really want to fix for you. Say it again. I'll see if I can find something to improve.
How do I get from 1530 70th Street to 5013 26th Avenue?
Say for me 70th.
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 Okay. I think, Zoom makes some sounds. It kind of blocks them hard. 70th Street.
70th Street. 70th Street.
Yeah, and not street, right?
Street.
Not street, street. Make a nice S if you can. Street.
Street. Street.
Street. It still sounds like, it sounds like you're saying street, like SH.
Yeah.
Street. So you can't do that with your retainer,
I
whatever.
removed it. I removed it.
Oh,
To be able to say that now.
street,
Street. Street.
street.
Street.
Okay. Again, Zoom software actually sounds like S. The word for S, the sound is called sibilant. Anybody know that? A sibilant sound. S is a sibilant sound.
Sound.
That's the technical word for it, sibilant. Anyway, so I think Zoom deliberately kind of mutes that because we don't want too much, sharp sounds in there. Okay, I think you can have a pretty easy time finding your way in the city, except can you find 26th Avenue in New York? What?
Yeah, I didn't realize that.
There is no 26th Avenue. So of course you cannot find it. I was just looking for the right, doesn't have to be New York. This could be anywhere. So there is no. Okay, very good. Thank you. And Kimura-san,
Hi. Hmm. How do I get from 1530 70th Street to 5013 26th Avenue?
6th Avenue.
Oh, 26th Avenue.
Yeah, that's hard. Read the whole thing again for me.
How do I get from 1530 70th Street to 5013 26th Avenue?
It's lovely. I mean, remember, I'm not trying to make you sound like you're from South Carolina. I'm just want to have, that's where she lived. I just want English to be clear and easy to understand. You can still have your own sense. The only thing you went 15, you
Ah,
know, it's 15,
15.
1530.
1530.
Yeah. It's not wrong. I mean, at times we might go 15, like a question, right? Or 15, it's not, people say it, but we don't go for an address 1530 with 1530.
1530.
Read the whole thing again.
How do I get from 1530 70th Street to 5013 26th Avenue?
Right. It's like a
20 is also
what?
5013.
5013.
5013.
Yeah, not 13.
Ah,
5013.
5013.
So it's kind of, if I just say 50, 50, it's coming down because it's part of those numbers. You can hear I'm going 5013. I'm kind of da 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 da. I kind of just noticed that myself when you put them together. Normally I'd say how many? 50. So it would go down. But because they're connected like that into one number in the address, 5013, 25, 40. Normally you go 25, right? Not 25, but because it's connected and continued, 25, 40. 61, 61, 13.
Oh, okay. Actually, my address is 1330. So,
1330.
yeah, 1330.
13. So I'm pretty 13. I'm not going 13. I'm pretty straight. 1330.
Oh, really? 1330.
In other words, it partly helps the listener know that they're connected, right? If
Oh,
I
yeah.
went 1330, you wouldn't understand it like two separate numbers, but it's one number of the house. 1330.
1330.
Yeah. Da 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 da. Seems that.
That.
1330. Okay. Very good. All of you did very well. So I think that's enough for our lesson. So I'm going to stop the recording, but I'm not stopping you. You can stay, right? I know when I say goodbye to the people listening, some of you are, oh, okay, bye, and log off. You can if you want, but I'm going to stop the recording. So people at home, I hope that this was helpful for you. I'm sure it is. And if you're traveling, definitely helpful. But learning all of those numbers, you can practice, 12, 13, 14, 15, 31, 32, 33, 21, 22, 23. Um, so, next week for people at home, I will not be having a class this week because an old friend of mine who I met in Japan many years ago, English guy, he moved back to England and he's visiting me right now or next week. He's going to stay with me Friday night. So no class. I have to take him out for New York. Um, Actually, he already was here for 2 nights and then he's going off to a very special music event camp kind of thing. Not the one in Vermont for singers, a different one. And then
Did you meet Yuko already?
no, she's gonna probably Sunday. I'll see her Sunday.
Oh,
Okay, let me stop the recording and then we can chat. All right, everybody, I'll be back the week after next. Practice with this, okay? Take care, everybody, and keep practicing.